Teacher Dan, describe incrementalism and any intersection/relationship it might have with the Overton Window model. Would Dems refusing to attend illegitimate SCOTUS nomination hearings have been more or less performative and useless than squad members withholding Pelos forso?
Can you repeat the first sentence again
Forso
about the
votes.
Overton Window model?
I can't quite make out what this means.
I know, but I just want to hear it.
Describe incrementalism and any intersection/relationship it might have with the Overton Window model. Would Democrats refusing to attend illegitimate SCOTUS nomination hearings have been more or less performative and useless than squad members withholding Pelosi for Speaker of House votes? Oh, okay.
I still don't quite get it.
Would Dems, there's like a double negative here that makes it a little bit difficult to understand. Would Dems refusing to attend illegitimate SCOTUS nomination hearings have been more or less performative? Well, I think both would have been performative. I don't think the real question is it more or less performative? It's really the question is more or less useless. I think it would have been less useless, so more useful for Democrats to refuse to attend the Supreme Court hearings.
Okay.
Do we think the Overton window is useful conceptually really at all? Like, we had Democrats talking about adding Supreme Court justices during the election last year. Like, I don't know. I just haven't seen much use from the Overton window and like what cared about it does.
I mean, I do think that there is, I think there is some value to it. I mean, look, I can tell you that in 2011, even during Occupy, people were not talking about socialism. And then at one point, it becomes sort of mainstreamed to talk about socialism. The idea of expanding Social Security as opposed to cutting it. The idea of universal pre-K. Like increasing, the Overton window, I mean, I think it gets overused, but I think like the idea is making things that, it's really just sort of making people's, being a little bit more imaginative with what is possible.
But perhaps the fear is just that, like, when it is overused, it can be perceived as a substitute for actual wins.
Right.
Yes.
A lot of the stuff that changed that perception was, like Occupy to Bernie and all that stuff too.
Right. I don't think. Right. I think like I think sometimes people are aiming for the Overton window more than realizing that the Overton window is really just a way of describing what's happening.
It's something you check in with and not something you try to manipulate, I think.
Yes. Yes, I agree. But squad members withholding the Pelosi vote, like, how does that end? I mean, well, I'm not going to get into that again.
We'll have time to get into that.